Breaking news right now, a chaotic commute at the Lincoln Tunnel. Two buses collide during the morning rush, setting off a traffic nightmare. People on stretchers, a massive emergency response, and thousands of drivers forced to wait for hours. Good afternoon, I'm Chris Raggi.
And I'm Mary Calvi. At least 31 people now injured when one bus rear-ended another at the busy Hudson River crossing this morning. These pictures just into our newsroom show the shattered windshield of a New Jersey Transit bus that rear-ended another bus.
Here's a live look at the tunnel right now. We believe this is one of the buses involved in the crash. As for traffic, cars are finally moving again. But right after the accident, drivers waited as long as an hour and a half to get into the city. We have team coverage beginning with CBS 2's Tony Aiello. Tony is live outside the Manhattan side of the tunnel, and he joins us live. Tony?
Such a disruptive end to this Wednesday morning rush hour as people were delayed by the thousands trying to get from New Jersey into New York City. A significant number of injuries. We have classifications on 32 of those injuries, 24 of them considered minor, 8 of those injuries more serious. There were people injured on the two buses that collided, and then there were medical issues in a number of the vehicles stuck in the tunnel traffic behind those buses. So one bus was carrying Canadian 8th graders who were enjoying sightseeing in New York City. Another bus was 60 passengers on a New Jersey Transit bus number 166 heading from Cresskill to the Port Authority bus terminal. A passenger on that New Jersey Transit bus spoke to CBS 2.
Everyone was calm, we were waiting until the cops came, and they took apart the door, and they let us out one by one.
You said they took apart the door? They opened?
Yeah, it got jammed, and so they had to cut it out.
To cut it open?
Yeah.
The accident happened just at the tail end of rush hour, around 9:45, and backed up traffic on the New Jersey side of the tunnel for miles. One driver who was stuck inside the tunnel spoke to CBS 2's Matt Kozar.
How long were you in there?
Maybe like an hour, hour and a half.
Was it claustrophobic?
Yes, it was claustrophobic. You can't move, you can't breathe. And then we were surrounded by 6 buses.
26 students visiting from the Toronto, Canada area on a class trip from Bedford Park Public School, and 2 staff members were also aboard the bus that was rear-ended. The school principal has confirmed all the 8th graders are fine. CBS 2 has obtained these photographs from inside one of the buses that were stuck. So you were stuck in that tunnel for how long?
For 2 hours.
What was that like?
Panicking because you don't know if something was blown that you can't move.
On this bus, at least 2 pregnant women, one of whom started having contractions and needed to be treated by paramedics. I'm told that the woman who was having contractions on the bus, those contractions were 4 minutes apart, so it was absolutely essential to get her to the hospital as soon as possible. Another pregnant woman on a bus stuck behind the accident complained of nausea. She was also taken to the hospital for treatment. We saw the fire department of New York City bring their mobile respiratory treatment unit here. I'm told a number of people complained of breathing issues after being stuck in that tunnel for an hour or 90 minutes. The tunnel has reopened now. The investigation continues. Most of the injured have left the scene, but there are still delays getting into New York City from New Jersey. Quite a morning here at the Lincoln Tunnel. Reporting live, Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
All right, Tony, thank you. Now for an update on the traffic situation, let's go straight to Jim Smith live in Chopper 2. Jim, how are things looking at this hour?
Well, Chris, they have improved slightly. I do want to let everybody know, though, that for about a 15-minute period, traffic was coming out of the center tube. There you can see that traffic is once again stopped. We believe that is probably for all the emergency equipment to wrap up from the scene and conduct whatever investigation may be needed. I'm going to take you over to the New Jersey side of the Hudson River and take a look at the delays on Route 495. That's the approach to the tunnel. The delay begins at Route 3. That is typically about a 45-minute delay. At the moment, we'll assume that there are just 2 lanes getting into the city. So right now, about a 45-minute delay coming inbound at the Lincoln Tunnel. Still, again, I can't urge people enough. Head towards the George Washington Bridge or the Holland Tunnel. Live in Chopper 2, Jim Smith, CBS 2 News.
Jim, thank you very much. The story will continue to follow for you and break.